I just did the 2-part series on Kobe Bryant, right? And there's a lot of funny stories. I read like a 600-page biography of Kobe Bryant, which is hilarious because like you'd go, this is like the mid 90s, and you'd go to his closet and it'd just be like stacks of VHS tapes. So like physical, like today's generations, like if you had physical copies of YouTube videos, like that'd be the equivalent, right? And the VHS tapes are just like game tape of Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, like all these great players, and Kobe would just watch them over and over and over and over again. In fact, they interviewed his high school girlfriend. They're like, what was it like dating Kobe Bryant in high school? They're like, well, we wouldn't go on dates. Our dates were I go to his house and watch game tapes of Michael Jordan. So what I feel biography is, like, first of all, like, what I find interesting is, like, the people that live lives so remarkable that somebody wrote a book about them, right? All read biographies, too. Like, it is some of the highest value reading that you can possibly do. Pick any of the people that you admire the most, whoever it is, and I'm not saying who it should be, but, like for me, it's like Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, like these kind of people. Charlie Munger's like, I've read hundreds of biographies. To me, Charlie Munger may be the wisest person, one of the wisest people that's still alive, And this guy's telling you with his actions, like, what's important to him. He's like, hey, you can pick up a book and you can just learn so much. So I do find the act of reading biographies and continuing to do so weirdly comforting because, when you finish the book, right, you saw the entire, it's like watching game tapes. I'm going to tie it back to what Kobe was saying. It's like watching game tape of somebody's life, right? And you see so many parallels with your own life. You realize that history doesn't repeat, human nature does. And we're just all experiencing the same thing. We all want this, we all have like similar desires, similar, ways we want our life to be, like, to play out on this like magnificent odyssey that we call life. And so by watching game tape in the form of reading biographies over and over again, one, you see, it is comforting because, one, you're reminded constantly, like, memento mori, like, you're temporary. You're going to die. I talk to so many entrepreneurs or people that want to be entrepreneurs because I meet them through the podcast, and they're like, like, I have this idea, and, I just don't know what to do, or, like, I'm worried about, all things that don't matter. Like, what if I fail, or what will this person think? It's just like, and my answer is like, you're going to fucking die. Do you understand that? You are temporary. 100 years from now, you and everybody you know will be turned to dust. You have nothing to lose. To quote Steve Jobs, you're already naked. Go for it. You failed. No one is thinking about you. You fail, you might think about it. I promise you, everybody else is self-absorbed.